Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bright Ops, and welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Nice man asking for candy. Right. This barrel has a joke price tag on it. 10,000 meat. A barrel of rusty nuts and bolts, in case you want to buy some garbage, I guess. Paints in all the season's trendiest painted colors, such as magenta grey and bright indigo and burnt scarlet. You don't understand the purpose of any of these tools. The shelf is labelled ineffective pesticides. Alright. You're the proprietor, I assume? Aye. Welcome to Valley Hardware, best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Let's see, why is that? Because it's the only hardware store in the valley? Because it's the only hardware store in the valley? No, because it's the only hardware store in... Ah, shucks, fella, you pre-emptied my joke. Heh, sorry. Haha, nah, no hard feelings. Good to see a new face around. What can I do for you? Ask about a valve, ask for candy. Do you have any candy? Why sure, here you go. He pulls a piece of hard candy out of the jar under the counter and hands it to you. Increases your physical armor by 3. Thanks. Ask about something else. Let's see, ask about a valve. I need a pump valve for the lighthouse keeper. Oh, sure, what you need? Never mind. Hold on a second. Where's the to-do list? Track down a Glaxton valve. Okay. Glaxton. Let's see. Oh, something else. There we go, a Glaxton valve. Glaxton valve? Ah, shucks, they stopped making those things nearly a decade ago. I guess there's a slight chance there's still one in the back room. Ain't been in there since termites got in the inventory. Or maybe after it got flooded. Anyway, it's a real biblical style of disaster back there. Here, I'll knock the door for you. If you can take a look around, if you can find a Glaxton valve in the mess, you're welcome to it. Thanks. Mind your step. Let's see, what do you have for sale? Battery... Cooking with power tools. This book's thesis is that there isn't really much of a difference between a kitchen mixer and an electric drill. Grants the combat skill Slilton Splatter. Slays damage to 3 enemies. Let's see, fuse to already match. I think we needed some actual... See, add a bit of a bonus to weaponry. Might as well grab that. Okay. Let's see, cooking with power tools, read. Let's see, you read the book and memorize some of its sloppier techniques. There's an appendix full of advanced recipes you could memorize if you really put your mind to it. If you do, Splint and Splatter will hit 2 additional targets. Not at this time. Your weapon has already been sharpened. Any sharpening might burn yourself. Okay. Yep, sir. Whoops. Wait, what else did I grab? Let's see. Match will come back to you. Let's see. What are you? You're an accessory. Yeah, let's get some regeneration. Okay. Pile of waterlogged garbage. It's a good thing you don't care what month it is, because this calendar is worthless. This shelf is empty, but even the emptiness is somehow dirty. Nasty trash. These boxes would be perfect for storing a collection of mildew clothes. How much for a door has to be gone before it doesn't count as a door anymore? Ah. Something's wrong with this door in a way that termites and flooding doesn't readily explain. Step through it? You step through a hole in the door and immediately feel a sickening lurch in your stomach and a burst of "this was a bad idea" in your mind. Like when you hit the first drop on a traveling carnival's rusty and hastily assembled roller coaster. The first drop, yeah. After a moment, when the feeling has subsided enough, you open your eyes and look around. It looks like you're still in the same place you were, except someone came in and cleaned everything while you weren't looking. Huh? Okay, the doors are intact. It's a workbench covered in tools. We can make some stuff. Can we? No, we don't have any items. Stacks of boxes neatly labelled. Shelves full of neatly organised hardware that definitely hasn't been destroyed yet. Here's a 1970 calendar on the wall by the desk. It looks brand new. As you leave the storeroom, the shopkeeper spins around and you both stare at each other in surprise. You because the shopkeeper looks quite a bit younger than he did when you weren't in there, and him because... Hey now, what the heck were you doing in my back room? And how'd you get back there without seeing you? I'm a termite inspector. I didn't call for any termite inspector. No, I do surprise inspection so the termites won't find out in advance. Well, how'd you get past me? I'm very good at my job. Huh, well, I didn't expect to find any termites. I make my own custom pesticide. Yes, it seems to be pretty effective. I might have to go back in there for a follow-up check later, though. That's fine, I suppose. Just don't move stuff around too much. I like to keep it tidy back there. No problem. This shelf is laden with dangerous pesticides that you're pretty sure were banned years ago. You don't understand the purpose of any of these tools, and never will. The sign on this barrel says, "Not for sale." A barrel of gleaming nuts and bolts. Paints in all the season's most popular colours, such as classic white and inoffensive yellow and regular yellow. Let's see, the hardware store guy, back when he was younger. Is younger. Welcome to Valley Hardware, best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Why is that? Oh, well, shucks, nobody ever asked me to justify that claim before. Is it because it's the only hardware store in the valley? Huh, that's a good one, I'll have to remember that. I'm sure you will. What can I do for you? That's the outhouse rentals. I'd like to buy one of these new Glaxton valves. Ah, sorry, government fellas bought up my entire stock. What? Aye, for the big dam they're building. I can order you one, though. How long would it take? 6 to 8 weeks. Would you mind holding on to it for me if I'm not back right away? Oh, sure, that's no problem. How long you figure? 11 years? Haha, what? No, forget how I said that's not a problem. Well, nuts. Listen, I can tell you they bought a heap more Glaxton valves than what they gonna need for that dam. If you go up the worksite, you might get the foreman to sell one of their spares. Where is it? Southwest end of the valley. You got a map? Well, I have a postcard. Crystal Dream Lake? Never heard of that, but I got a little picture of a dam on it there, see? That's about the same place relative to here. Alright, let's see. What do you have for sale? Ah, just the same. Okay. Let's see. You're renting out outhouses. I mean, you're renting out houses. Aye, at least I was. Now that indoor plumbing's starting to get popular, there's no market for them anymore. Just got the one left, and after that I'm calling it quits on putting up new ones. Can I rent the last one? Aye, sure. It'll be 200 meat up front for the installation, half for each month afterwards for maintenance. What maintenance do you do? I dump some powdered lime down the hole, clean out the ventilation pipes and check for splinters, and once the pit starts to get full, I'll move the outhouse over a couple of yards and dig a new one for you. Plus you get a free subscription to the local newspaper. Sure. Great, where do you want to put it? I don't know. I've heard of impulse shopping, buying an outhouse when you don't actually need it. That's a new one on me. Listen, that thing ain't going nowhere. Why don't you just hold on to the meat and come back when you got a plan? Thanks. Doesn't seem to be anything on the other side of this door. Weird. Hang on. Seepage has caused this concrete to become set in its ways. Let's see. You know that I do, but you also know that I just gave you some. Don't be greedy. Fair enough. Let's see, take a walk in the woods, let's go to the dam. two things that are hard to describe, but let's say they're more or less like smoking holes in space through which you can see the faint lights of distant and dying stars, float up to you with an air of menace. The two orbs squint at you, and Dark Null's voice echoes inside your head in a way that makes your eardrums itch. Well, well, if it isn't my favourite holiday party crasher, perhaps I need to be more explicit about the fact that you weren't invited? I don't really get the holiday thing. I like Crimbo, okay? It's my thing and I'm sticking with it. You must have had a weird childhood. That's none of your business, and neither is the rest of this investigation or whatever you think you're doing. You need to learn to keep your nose out of other people's affairs. I'm just trying to find my uncle. How about you keep your nose out of my affairs? What a disagreeable little urchin you are. Do you know what naughty children find in their Crimbo stockings? Yeah. Let's see. Socks. You sock Dark Null in the eyes, one with each fist. The orb recalls in pain. Ah, that's it. You're on the very naughty list now. Next time we meet, I'm really gonna deck your halls. The black orbs vanished in a little puff of smoke. Fa-la-la-la-la, jerk. Let's see. Everything alright? Let's see. Let me know if you see any fairies. I could use some extra ammo. Jeez, I basically never know what you're saying. None of that was slang. Fairies keep spare bullets in their nests. My granny used to tell me stories. Let's see, there's a lot of lake water in this pipe. Quick fish. Nice, you caught a miracle siam. I don't know how to pronounce that. You toss in the fish stack. Continue fishing. Let's see, you got a hatchback barracuda. Also in the fish stack. You got a gristle flint knottle. Let's see, it looks like you got everything that was here. This pump has a glassic veil on it. This drain pipe has some nasty goo coming out of it. Harvest. Thank you. A beautiful flower stands in defiance of reigning in nature. It smells as good as it looks. See, pump has a glassine thing on it. Hobo code. Translate. The code reads meat hidden in pipe. Ooh, you reach into the pipe and snag the concealed and congealed wealth. Okay, so I'm assuming we can't just take... The valve is held in place by decades of corrosion. Even if you could detach it, it would get wrecked in the process. Makes sense. We're going back in time. Another one of those time doors. Let's hope the repeated exposure to these aren't going to give you your ancestors cancer. A door is being delivered. Okay. A crate labeled pipe shoes. Huh. This is probably not what they meant to order. You got an item. Pipe shoes. Let's see, helps. These don't make any sense, but you're just going to have to roll with it. I think that's the Twilight thing. And, like, not the... Sorry, not the Twilight's the vampire. I mean Twilight's the original Twilight show kind of thing. I guess it stands to reason that a structure this big would need more than one truck's worth of concrete. This one is empty. Some careless dam workers abandoned a toolbox here. Their loss is my gain. Piece of scrap metal. Give your target shielded, which can cause them to ignore the next time they take damage, and self-adhesive. Rifts. Okay. This truck is even heavier than a regular truck. Now you don't want to get your hooks stuck. So we can't go fishing in the cement truck. Yeah. Oi! Noel says nobody who ain't on the crew is allowed in here, on the site. Noel? Yeah, Noel, the foreman. Noel White. Jeez. The man clutches his stomach. Are you alright? Just starving is all. The rest of the crew went to lunch, but somebody had to stay and keep all the rubbernecks and looky-loos off the site. I drew the short pants. Short pants? Do you mean straw? Nah, we got these 6 little pairs of pants we found when we cleared out a nest of fairies. I see. Can I have them? No, because then would have no way of picking who stands guard. Oh man, I can't believe how hungry I am. Feels like I'm gonna turn inside out. What about that table over there that says lunch? There's a reason everybody else left the site to eat, pal. You don't want to eat what Noel considers lunch. How bad could it be? Is it jelly eeled or something? No, I'd kill for a jellied eel. Noel brings these sandwiches that are just a bunch of peppermint sticks between two big bland sugar cookies. You can get a stomachache just watching someone else eat one. Blair. That sounds awful. That's because it is awful. Let's see, he clutches his stomach and moans. Offer him something to eat. Let's see, homemade cookies, Oblivion... Let's see. Let's go with pressed ham. Yeah, we can go with this one. He clutches his stomach and moans. You offer him a pressed ham panami. Oh, well, thank you. He greedily devours it. His stomach is still growling. Let's see, homemade cookie. Oh, well, thanks. He greedily devours it. He starts to look a little less hungry, a little more relaxed. Let's see, handful of cream cheese. He greedily devours it. If you had to describe his current mood, you'd say he's 80% sleepy and 40% hungry. Let's see, brutal. Oh, well, thanks. He's almost asleep, but still looks a little bit hungry. You can have another brutal. Thanks, but I already had one of those. I can only eat one of a given thing each day. Doctor's orders. Okay. Impenetrable tact. Oh, well, thanks. He greedily devours it. Finally satiated, he slumps to the ground and falls fast asleep. Ah. The sign says lunch, but what's on the table isn't identifiable to anything you'd want to eat. The brick house is well instructed. The taps don't work, but there's a bunch of water pooled in the basin. Surprise, it's full of water. You should leave the rest for people who need to use this room for its intended purpose. Klexian screws, Grifton nuts, Draxton shafts, Waxman discs, Paxton cords, picks. There we go. There's only one left. Good thing you got here when you did. It's good that they're building it down. It'd be a shame if future generations got to enjoy this beautiful forest. The pump is missing its Craxton Vale. This probably isn't a good thing that... Probably isn't a good thing that this thing doesn't have one. Well, we'll find out soon enough. You see a familiar-looking person heading towards you on the path. As they get nearer, you realize that the reason he looks so familiar is because he looks exactly like you. Hi. Are you a clone, or is this a time paradox, or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. Agree. High five. The two of you, literally speaking, exchange a friendly high five. You gain 5 XP. Wish him luck. Oh well, I should get going. Yeah, me too. Good luck. Yeah, me too. Huh? Oh, haha, I'll have to remember that one. You did. Hang on. Some kind of funky punk attraction. Thankfully, the place it slots in is comfortably labeled. Hi, hello. I installed the valve. Hi, I've been watching the water level through the window here. Should be dry enough for our purposes now. Come on upstairs. Disappears through the whole door behind him. Most lighthouse have a somewhat bigger lamp. Well, here we are. Welcome to where the magic happens. Magic? Sure. Food facts, old lightkeeper joke. So, can I have the compass now? What? No, certainly not. I need that. But I asked you if I had an old compass, and I said I did, and that I would show it to you. Never said nothing about giving it to you. Oh, well, I really need it. So do I. I gotta calibrate this lamp to the North Star every so often, and I need a good compass to show me which one is the North one. What if I get you a new one? Nope, I said a good one. The old new ones aren't any use at all. Why not? Because of how they changed them. What, change the compass? They don't teach you that in school. Folks got short memories. It was only around about the turn of the century. Some Atlas company bought the patent on West and rebranded it as a New North. Then they did a recall on all the compasses and issued new ones. They all point west now, and that's useless for my purposes. Okay, well how about I find you another old one then? If you can find another pre-New North compass in at least as good a condition as mine, then sure, I'll swap you. Don't really get what the point of that would be though, since you'd already have one. Well, it's a long story. Never mind then. Well, here, maybe this'll help you. Most of the old compasses got radium paint on the dial so you can read them at night. This old gauge counter ought to be able to pick up the radiation from that. Let's see, the newest invention of the Rayleigh Company. This device allows you to detect the radiation by making an annoying clicking noise whenever any is nearby. Where should I start? Well, most folks consider the old kind of compass to be trash nowadays, and if I was trash, I'd probably be at the old junkyard. Neat, thanks. A box of spare 80-watt light bulbs. You only use 60-watt light bulbs? Don't need much, ain't that big a lake. Huh. An empty and wet bookshelf. Good thing he had his books downstairs. Alrighty. Junkyard. You notice a particular cobweb-strewn corpse of trees, and as you get near it, you catch a glimpse of a big hole full of spiders in the middle of it. You just barely read the old wooden sign next to it, declaring to the world that the hole belongs to Bebop. Yeah, let's go check out the terrible spider hole, which is very out of the way. Bebop's hole. There aren't as many spider eggs in here as there could be, but there are still too many. You swore long ago you'd never deliberately walk into an impenetrable mass of spider webs. Let's see, the plaque says Bebop's Hole at the top, and there's some fine print. Bebop's Hole is named after Bebop B. Shiroko. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, it's probably not. Who purchased this plot of land in 1903 with the stated intention of creating a shark sanctuary. He managed to dig one decent-sized pit, but before he could fill it with sharks, it filled up with spiders. Or perhaps it would be more accurate to say the spiders filled up with themselves. And their offspring. Their teeming horse of awful venomous offspring. It is the opinion of Crystal Dream Lake Historical Society that Bebop's Hole should be avoided at all costs. In fact, we probably shouldn't have put this placard here, or include it on any of our maps. May those who you leave behind forgive us. Fascinating. See if we can jump into the hole and fight. This wriggling cocoon is roughly person-sized, so it's either a person who's been cocooned by a spider and is slowly suffocating to death, or a person-sized mass of baby spiders. Hello? Hello in there? Are you a person, or a mind-breaking quantity of baby spiders? Is that the kind of noise that a whole lot of baby spiders would make? Yeah, let's just cut them free. You cut apart the cocoon, bracing yourself for true horror. Fortunately, it turns out to just be a guy in there. Whew, thanks friend, you had me worried there for a sec. They call me Doc. I came here to get some free glaze. Cost a bit more than I bargained for. Hi Doc, I'm Brightops. I assume from your doctor thing that you're literally a doctor? In the sense that doctoring is my profession, yes. In the sense that I have a legal license for practicing it, no. You were looking for glaze? Yep, the webs from big spiders like this make really great surgical glaze. It's strong, self-adhesive, and even sterile if it's really fresh. Unfortunately, I kind of bit off more than I could chew. You can chew it too? No, I meant metaphorically. One of the great big spiders that lives in Bloop's hole caught sight of me. I don't recommend messing around with that hole, especially if you're flushed to the gills on medical alcohol. I see. Ask him about the hobo code. Oh sure, I can teach you the hobo code for all kinds of medical terms. He teaches you how to read his handwriting and then teaches you some hobo code. Tell him about the hobo camp. You know, there's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City. You could probably use a doctor. Great, I could use some patience, because I'm too much eager to get doctoring. That's a joke that works better out loud than in print. But anyway, see you there. Okay, bye. So what level of hobo code are we up to now? Let's see, hobo literally. Level 8 student. Okay. You know what, let's go fight some spiders. Right, that's a lot of spiders. Let's see, there's 3 different enemies at random. Okay. Do we have something... Scary Bomb to 5 to all enemies. Well, we got rid of the... Well, we got rid of the big bastards, so... Let's see. Let's clobber you. Mainly kneecap. Reduce your muscle a bit. Which, yes, does actually help us. See, quick thing of physical and die, giant scary spider. There are now slightly fewer spiders in Blibbo's hole. Venom sac. This is an organ where spiders keep their poison. Poison for 3 enemy. Let's see, if this web is not in a spider shape, I suppose that's a question best left for the spider philosophers. Fewer spiders is better spiders. So I'm happy to fight some more of the spiders just to see if we can actually potentially just wipe out a bunch of the hull. Okay. See. Just lower all your stats by 5. Yep, we just licked a freaking battery. That's probably a terrible idea, but stuff it. Right, one giant venomous spider is dead. Let's kneecap the other. I mean, it's got multiple of them, so we can so kneecapping is okay. Yeah, gonna have to do some healing. Mostly just to get rid of the... Probably get rid of the poison. You bit my turtle, you son of a bitch! Alright. Unfortunate, we didn't kill the spiders. Okay, yeah, we need a heal. No longer poisoned. Wonderful. And screw it. Battery. Let's see. That's a spider fang. So a melee weapon. Not bad. Deals moxie and physical damage and causes poison. And more spider sacks. Okay, it seems that there is just pretty much an infinite amount of spiders. Okay, where's the map? Molly points out a sign posted at the fork of the trail. Sandwich Historical Village and Witch Trial Museum. Oh, witches, let's go check it out. You like that kind of spooky stuff? It's the berries, gets the blood pumping, you know? Well, if they have a haunted house, you have to promise not to shoot any of the actors. No promises! We'll check it out later, we're just going to the junkyard first. Hey, there's something shiny in this pile of trash. Grindstone ring. A heated fishing rod cooks the trash from the inside. Hot rod. This pile of trash must be especially appealing to flies. Hang on. This radio must be solar powered or trash powered. Pile of trash smells much worse than the other piles. This hobo's trying to wrestle a stove out of a pile of trash. Howdy, I'm Beanie. Hi, Beanie, I'm Brabs. What are you up to? I'm trying to get this stove so I can hold it out back to our hobo camp outside of Ocean City. Oh, you know about the camp? Yep, I've been cooking a mess of beans once I get the stove up back there. Let's see, ask about the hobo code. Check. Sure, heck, I know a dozen different symbols for beans. Wouldn't one be enough? They're all pretty similar now that you mention it. Hang on, just... Deals mysticism plus 2 hot damage. Let's see, we'll take the hot rod, and can we upgrade it? Yep, we can sharpen the hot rod. Don't think we can... Yeah, I don't think we do any more upgrading. Infantry, we need food. Food. Bundle, maximum HP, Oblivion Boat, spooky armor. Shit. Do we have something that can boost? Almost all your random encounters will be fights. Thunder Ring. Let's see. Vampire hat. Wait, what? It says one muscle. Don't we? Ah, we can buy a skill. Yeah, I'm happy to get some additional muscle and help out the stove out. With a sort of grunting and heaving, the two of you managed to yank the stove free. Whew, thanks a million, pal. Now I just gotta drag this thing to camp, and I'm in beansness. Haha. See you around. See you around. Okay, let's get rid of the hat. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Let's see, we have sleaze armor. You grab a nasty old spoon from the pile and use it to dig through the goop. You don't find anything, so you just keep the spoon. I don't know why you would keep that spoon, but you did. Nasty spoon. From the looks of it, this spoon has been used to eat a lot of undesirable chowders. Deals your mysticality plus 3 sleaze damage. Huh. This opening leads to an underground labyrinth of filth. Unfortunately, your Geiger counter is ticking faintly, so you're probably going to have to go in there. I hope you aren't wearing your favorite anything. In we go. It turns out that this garbage dump is much deeper and older than it initially appeared. Huge rooms and tunnels have been carved out of the trash, like the worst archaeological dig imaginable. Weirdly, it seems that the trash caves are home to a swarm of large, beautifully coloured butterflies. You move towards them slowly so as not to startle them, and as you get closer you realize that instead of having regular insect bodies, they're little people. Fairies. Wow. Hello there. Hello. Gosh, you're really beautiful. You're beautiful. Haha, it sounded like just like my voice. Are you guys mimics? That's really cute. Ah, it's on my face! No, not my eyes! Ah! What? Oh, what the hell? You saw the way a fairy that's had floated up next to you and attempted to stab you in the neck with a rusty needle. Hell? Okay, I'll just be on my way. Look out, Jim, that one's got a gun! Indeed, another fairy is approaching, lugging a full-size snub-nosed revolver in his little arms. Hello, beautiful. Run! Got a shovel. This device is called a shovel because of the way it shovels dirt out of the way, and the fact that the guy who named it liked the letter L. For digging. Let's see, there's a lot of fairies in that direction, frolicking around and making animal noises. Dying animal noises. You know what? This actually makes sense. Fairies are scary, scary business. Okay, so what? Hot damage. Oh god, they're summoning mushrooms! Fairy Wackadoo blasts everyone in the field for 6 physical damage. Well, one's down. That fairy just exploded. And my turtle is gone. How... Just how dare you... Okay. So I can use bandage. Truly wonderful. Let's see. What can we do? Shoot through people for random thing. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Well, he just killed himself. Hooray! You won! Your reward is getting to explore further in a literal garbage tunnel. Okay, don't pout. You can have some loot too. The Fairy Star Wand. This tiny wand is tipped with a star made of solid gold. Don't get too excited though, because it's only like 1/10 of an ounce. Deal your Mysticity plus 3 physical damage and reduce target's... Okay, Fairy Knife. The knife is too small for you to get a good grip on it with your big, clumsy human hands. And, yep. A nasty book is half buried in the nasty ground here. Let's see, Flora. Being a record on Royal Botany's voyage aboard the HMS Cannibalism to catalog the world's stinkiest flowers. Grants an upgrade skill. Oh, get... Stench Armor. This category is the worst smelling flowers in the Earth's the most nauseating book ever written, even before you get to the cannibalism chapters. You can... Let's see, get sniffing. The bloated corpse fire is a nasty bit of olfactory business. I almost do not want to serve it with cottage cheese, but you know me. That certainly paints a picture. You spend 30 XP, you gain Stench Armor. There's plenty left to sniff from the book if you got the nose for it. Okay, this white flowering plant is not just deadly when consumed, it's also murder on the nose. I call it Lily of the Smelly. Okay, you've upgraded the smell armor, so there's plenty left to sniff in this book if you've got the nose for it. We do not at the moment. So because of that, we now have natural... Yeah, 2 natural stench armor. Hang on. There's a lot of fairies in this direction, flittering out giggling manically and occasionally saying things in other people's voices that you can only assume were those people's last words. Okay, so we have suicide bomber fairies, which isn't great. Let's see, Wackadoo, Pine Needler, Gunmother. Well, there she goes. Oh, you healed yourself. Annoying little shit. Now let's kneecap this rather annoying bugger. Does a bit of heal, bit of damage, and reduces his muscles. Which will hopefully reduce the amount of damage he can do. Let's see. Cook you. Don't quite get to kill you. Ah. Damn thing healed. Alright, Shelby will heal her up. We are good. Be gone, Wackadoo! And we can also get rid of the Needler. Oh, you're not dead. Shit. You won. With those fairies out of the way, you can get to the northern tunnel. Wait, is that north? The left-earing tunnel. That's a fairy skull wand. This fairy tiny wand is tipped with a fairy skull, which is like a human skull, except it's only about 1 inch in diameter. So deals your mysticism plus 3 spooky damage. Windhandle. You're not sure what those fairy twig thumpers do with these things, since they're way too big for their tiny fairy hands. Make any weapon into a melee weapon, which will use your muscle to determine its damage. Hang on. Well, to be fair, our muscle is pretty strong at the moment. Loose coat hanger. You're not sure why anybody would want to wear a coat made of wire, but whatever. Oh, translate. Turbo code. The code reads, "What is junk really?" Wow, you really makes you think. Well, we're going to be continuing clearing out the fairies in another time. Until then, my name is Brett Ops. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.